Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my favorite eyeshadow palettes for the fall. So the first palette that I'm going to show you guys is the Jaclyn Hill Divine Neutrals palette. This is her collab with Morphe, and this one is very nice. I used it like so many times on my lids. Very versatile, and it is dark skin friendly. Like a lot of times dark skins have to worry about like buying certain palettes from different companies because they don't show up on our skin, they blend in with our skin tone. But this one, I'm going to let you guys know, is dark skin friendly. There is some fallout, but it depends on how heavy handed you are. I mean, when you get a palette, you don't want to keep like digging in the brush. At least like take your time with palette. They're obviously fragile and they are mostly powder based, pressed powder, so they're obviously going to have fallout. So it's up to you to be able to control your brush and tap off excess product when you're using it. The next product I have is the Sunkissed Stalker Face and Eye Bronzer Highlighter Palette from Fenty Beauty. This one came out this year too, and this is one of my favorite palettes because it's super versatile and very formulated, that literally when you run your hands or brush through it, it's very soft. And if you want to create like a soft smoky eye or even a soft look for the fall, this is the palette to go to. It has two highlighter shades and it looks really great on the lids. I do like this because it blends so easily and it's not hard to create looks with this. The next one I have is from Urban Decay. It's the Naked Half Baked, and this one came out recently. I could think like a couple months ago, but this one is very great for fall because like it has the golden bronze and it has like gold to pink and like medium warm copper metallic deep brown shades. So this is nice because it's good for traveling and you could create so much fall looks with this, especially if you're a beginner and you don't really know how to go about making certain looks. At least you have a little bit of colors to work with so that you are able to figure it out what you want to put on your lids. I tried it out like 4 times and the pigments are very buttery feeling to it and very blendable. The next palette I have is from Juvia's Place. It's the Warrior eyeshadow palette, the first one. This one is my favorite one too because of the warm golds and brown and like the bronzier colors it has. This one screams pigment. If you want your look to look really strong, with this palette you are limited to mattes because it only has 3 and it has 6 shimmers. So if you're a person that is not into shimmers, then I wouldn't recommend this for you because obviously you just have 3 and then the other colors are all shimmers, which are 6. Like if you're into shimmers, this one you're never going to be disappointed. All these colors are super bold without even having to wet your brush. Another Juvia's Place palette. This one is the Berries by Juvia's Place. If you're a person that likes to wear fall looks that are berry color, burgundy or purples, this is a nice palette. The next palette I have is the Tarte Toasted palette. This one is my favorite one to the point that literally my 2 favorite shades are done and I'm so sad about that. But this one has the perfect combination of like the rich, warm, wearable mattes, and the shimmers are just nice and subtle. It's not like the super shock shadows that Colourpop has. It's very subtle. So I really like this for days that I don't want my eyeshadow to be too extra, but just like a pop of color on the lid. This is the palette that I would go to. So this is the Juvia's Place, the Rebel Honey Quad. This just screams fall. Like the colors are so orange and like burnt orange, brown, warm tone. Like this is really good for fall. It kind of reminds me of like when the leaves start changing color. This one's really nice on the lids. I did use it 3 times. I recommend this to anyone who wants a warm colored fall look. It's super nice and very pigmented too. So the next one I have is from Colourpop. It's called Big Poppy, and this eyeshadow is mostly opaque and like the coverage. It's very easy to blend though, and the thing about this is it did have a lot of fallout because it is very powdery, but that didn't stop the looks that I created with this. Like it was so good and it's very nice to have, like, because it's all orange and like deeper tone warmth for like the fall. It screams fall too, so I definitely recommend this palette. You just have to tap off the excess fallout in the pan before you start applying it on your eyelids. And also always do your eyeshadow first before you do your rest of your makeup so that you don't have fallout on your makeup. What I love about this palette is it's very versatile. There's 30 different shades, and it's really cool that you could either work across or work down, or like mix and match the colors together. And I just like that there are different tones to it, and if you're a neutral person, you're definitely gonna love this one. I really like it, and this was my go-to palette before I started getting other ones as well, just to switch things up, but this one is definitely one of my favorites. Next palette I have is from Sani Beauty. She is a YouTuber, and I like her palette because like there's specific color. It was the Copper, Icy, Goldfish, 24K, and Cran. Like those colors, like I really love them on my lids because I tried them out and I kept on rocking them all last year, and I'm looking forward to also using them this year. They are super easy to blend. Next thing I have is from Colourpop. It's the Sparkler Quad, and this one is a pressed powder palette. This one is so rich in color, and it's like the deepest bronze chocolate shades you could get. It is a glitter and metallic. The next palette I have is a 9-pan, and it's from Colourpop. It's called Honey, and this one is my favorite because it's all yellow. So nice because even in fall you do see the leaves changing with yellows, orange, and brown, and I thought that this could be paired really nicely with some of the browns that I have in neutral palettes, so that's why I ended up picking this up like a while back. So definitely something to like consider to get because this is so nice on the eyelids. You just have to remember that the middle shade is not for the immediate eye area because it is a glitter. Glitters are not meant to put on the eye, but if you have glitter glue, so I would not recommend putting glitter on your eyelids unless you have glitter glue. So just keep that in mind, but this definitely is one of my top palettes that screams fall to me. The next palette is from Tarte again, and this one is called Flirt. It is a 6 little container palette. This one has 3 shimmers and 3 mattes. This one's really nice for traveling, especially if you don't want to bring your large palettes. The next one I'm going to be talking about is the Huda Beauty Brown Obsessions palette. She came out with 3 last year. One was the caramel, the other one was toffee, and then the other one was chocolate. So I have toffee, but I cannot find because my room is getting renovated. It's getting extended, so I had to take all my stuff out and I cannot find the palette anywhere. Hopefully I could find it, because if I can't, I'm gonna have to rebuy it. It is such a good palette. I really like how it blends. Some people said it wasn't blending for them, but I have no issues with it. So yeah, that one is also a really good palette to have, and these are all my top palettes for fall. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to turn on that bell notification so you're notified the next time I upload. Bye!